From hate to history, how Gauff transformed Hostility into a WTA 1000 triumph. The Wuhan Open Stadium was electric, a sea of cheering fans, flashing cameras, and palpable tension. Lights glinted off the court reflecting every movement, every drop of sweat, every pulse of adrenaline. At the center stood Coco Gauff, 21, the young American prodigy who had already carved her name into tennis history. Tonight was more than just a final. It was a proving ground. Her opponent, Jessica Pegula, was a seasoned champion known for precision, power, and mental fortitude. But Coco's journey to this match had been a different kind of battle, one fought against criticism, skepticism, and hostility as much as opponents across the net. Whispers of doubt and criticism had shadowed her eyes. The media dissected her every move. Fans and critics questioned her mental strength, her endurance, even her ability to dominate at the highest level. But Coco had learned to turn hostility into fuel, transforming doubt into drive. The weight of expectations, the opening ceremony had barely ended when Coco stepped onto the court. Cameras followed her every move. Each step, each bounce of the ball seemed amplified by the roar of the crowd. Off the court, journalists questioned her consistency. Commentators speculated about her readiness to handle pressure on social media. Trolls criticized her swing, her demeanor, her past results, an avalanche of negativity that could have crushed a lesser athlete. Yet Coco's mind was elsewhere. She inhaled, grounding herself in preparation, focusing on the game she loved, the dream she chased, and the victory she intended to claim. Pressure isn't the enemy, she thought. It's the opportunity to rise. Her coach, Darren Cahill, watched from the sidelines with a calm intensity. Remember, Coco, it's just you and the ball. Everything else doesn't matter. Use it. Every criticism, every challenge, and let it propel you. Coco nodded, letting the energy of both support and hostility fuel her focus. The opening set hostility in motion from a first serve. Coco's poise and power were evident. Each forehand cut through the air with precision, each backhanded display of tactical genius. Yet Pegula responded fiercely, countering with power and aggression. The crowd's energy oscillated between the two athletes, some cheering, some jeering. Coco's opening set was a battle of skill and nerves. Every missed shot from Pegula felt like a small victory. Every rally one was a reclamation of confidence. By the end of the set, Coco had clinched at 6-4. It wasn't just a set, it was a statement. She could thrive under scrutiny, transforming criticism into composure. Between sets, Coco retreated to the sidelines. Her mind replayed headlines, tweets, and past comments meant to undermine her confidence. She could feel the weight of expectations of proving herself not just as a player, but as a figure capable of silencing doubters. You'll never dominate. One article had read, she crumbles under pressure. Another whispered in commentary. Coco let wash over her, acknowledging it, but not letting it define her. Instead, she transformed the hostility into energy. Her next serve was sharper, her footwork faster, her mind clearer. She visualized victory, point by point, rally by rally. This isn't about proving them wrong. She reminded herself, it's about proving me right. The turning point, the second set, became a grueling test of endurance. Pegula's baseline power challenged Coco at every opportunity, pushing her to stretch beyond her limits. Fans cheered, jeered, and gasped with every rally. The tension was palpable. The arena felt suspended in time. A pivotal rally unfolded. 14 strokes, each more intense than the last. Coco sprinted, lunge, and reach an impossible backhand, countering. Pugula's smash with a perfectly placed cross-court winner. The crowd erupted, sensing the shift. Coco's mental fortitude had transformed hostility into performance. Commentators whispered in awe. This is more than tennis. This is resilience in motion, emotional warfare. It wasn't just a physical battle. It was emotional warfare. Every glance from critics, every headline, every skeptical audience member tested Coco's composure. Yet she remained grounded, smiling at the crowd, exuding calm even in the most intense moments. Her ability to stay centered under pressure became her secret weapon. Every hostile word, every doubt cast by others had been absorbed and converted into fuel for victory. I play my game. Their words are just noise, Coco thought. With that mindset, she dominated the rest of the set, winning at 6-3, forcing a final set showdown. The final set from hate to triumph. The third set was a dramatic climax. Pagula unleashed everything she had. Powerful serves, relentless baseline shots, and strategic drop shots designed to test Coco's reflexes and patience. But Coco had transformed doubt into laser focus. Each point was played, not just win, but to assert her presence, to command respect, to show the world that hostility could not define her. 5-4 the stadium was electric, the tension at its peak. Coco's serves became precise missiles, her returns calculated and daring. A key moment arrived when Pagula attempted a risky drop shot. Coco sprinted, anticipated perfectly, and returned with sharp angle, forcing an unforced error. The crowd roared. The momentum had shifted entirely in her favor. Victory secured. With 2 match points, Coco summoned every ounce of focus. Her serve was flawless, her backhand unstoppable. Pagula returned valiantly, but Coco executed a cross-court winner that sealed the victory. Game, set, match. The stadium erupted. Cameras flashed. Fans cheered. Journalists scrambled. And commentators declared, Coco Gauff has transformed every ounce of hostility, thrown her way into a historic WTA 1000 triumph. Coco collapsed, her knees, tears streaming down her face. This was more than a trophy. It was a testament to resilience, courage, and transformation. Post-match reflection. In the post-match interview, Coco addressed the challenges that had accompanied her journey. Every word of doubt, every bit of criticism, every hostile comment, I use it as fuel. Tennis is as much a mental game as a physical one. I'm proud not just for this win, but for showing that hate can be transformed into motivation. Legacy in motion. Months later, Coco's Wuhan Open triumph remained a defining moment. The victory was celebrated not just for its technical brilliance, but for the story behind it, a tale of overcoming skepticism, hostility, and doubt to reach the pinnacle of the sport. Her example became a guiding light. Champions are not defined solely by trophies or rankings, but by how they respond to challenges, criticism, and adversity. Coco Gauff had done more than win a WTA 1000 title. She had written history, a story of resilience, transformation, and triumph over negativity. Epilogue from the court to the world. Years later, when young players recall the 2025 Wuhan Open final, they remember more than a match score. They remember the tenacity, poise, and courage of Coco Gauff. They remember how one young champion took every doubt, every hostile word, and transformed it into a historic victory. Win or lose, she had left a mark in the sport that would endure forever. Coco Gauff had turned hate into history, and the world would never forget it. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next